Someone mentioned Wave Swinger on the radio. Really? People still have radios? Okay, well... Good morning, everyone. Dave from the wee hours here, back with some more Parkitect, still in Adventure Island. Goodness, this is a long challenge, and as is fairly typical, our big challenge is money. We just don't make a lot of it. We are just vaguely, technically profitable, sort of, a little bit, but it's not enough to actually do a heck of a lot with the park. We're just sort of floating along here doing, well, not much of anything. I'm just kind of letting things tick by. And what, do we just tick into a new month? Why did we take such a huge hit just then? I don't immediately know, but I'm sure it's something critically awful and terrible. Alright, my basic plan right now, like right at this exact second that I'm playing the game, is I'm gonna go through and do just a little bit of a round of ticking up prices, just a little bit, a few cents here and there on everything, maybe another $1 on that roller coaster because people love that thing. Just tick the prices up just a tiny little bit, especially on the shops because we're just not making a ton of money here. I mean, they're profitable, but not by much. Shop admissions 380. That will be the toilets that I'm making people pay for, right? Yeah, 20 cents on the toilets. How do you guys feel about that? Well, you're 94% satisfied with that, so I see no reason for that to end because, frankly, $6 right now is a lot of money in this park. So I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna go through and just do a little bit of a round of ticking prices up, and I'm going to not build anything. Because that's my inherent problem, is I get a little bit of money in the kitty there, like, oh great, I'll throw down some more things, and then we're broke again. So I'm just going to kind of chill on building, let people just come in, do their thing. Where are we at with our goals, by the way, in this challenge? I haven't even looked at those in ages. 500 guests in the park, we're about halfway there. We do have our happiness rating, well, it says we're at 80%, although it says I haven't completed this goal. But it looks like we're kind of hovering around the 80% mark. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, Twister is broken. Somebody will get over there. We hired an extra mechanic, right? Hauler, janitor, mechanic. Yeah, we've got 2 mechanics. Somebody will get over there eventually. Just everybody chill on Twister. It'll be fine. Well, after a quick round of price adjustments, basically my game plan was anywhere that they said this is a really good deal, I nudged the prices up, because clearly that's always Tycoon game code for we're not charging enough for this. So I bumped everything up a little bit. That's put our money a little bit better. It's nice to see some green down there. That's a pleasant change of pace. A few more people coming in the door, but we're still only about halfway to our goal. And this line for the roller coaster is just ridiculous. I don't know what else I can do to keep people happy. I'll put TVs throughout the queue. I suppose I could put another one down. It's not the worst idea in the world, but what I wanted to start doing slowly is working up here. I want to start moving into this area up here. Then I can take this path over here and still keep this part of the park closed off because it's not a heck of a lot up there. It's just the whoozy what's it. There's a couple of shops up here and this elevator ride, which apparently is literally just an elevator. It just goes up slowly, like an elevator does, and then comes down slowly at a safe rate of speed. So not really sure that elevator is not a ride, it's a mode of transportation. Why is that in the theme park? But anyway, long story short, I want to start taking this path up here, and then I want to just do a teensy tiny bit of controlled demolition and terraforming up here to flatten this out a little bit. And while I've got whatever, 670 some odd dollars in here, let's keep nudging our bank loan down. Let's keep that moving down. I'm going to repay another 500. Okay, we'll just keep that nudging down, keep it moving in a positive downward direction. Doesn't leave me a lot of money to play with, but that's just more money in our pocket at the end of the month, which is kind of the whole goal here. So let's just start taking this in this direction. Kind of slowly, not gonna blaze through this because we don't have the money to play with. But let's start taking it in that direction. Flatten this out. And then what rides do I not have? Plane carousel. We haven't done that yet. I was kind of thinking of saving up for another roller coaster, but there's actually... We haven't done top spin yet. There's a couple of basic rides that I could slap down in a flat area like that might make more sense. Can't afford any of them, of course, but, hope springs eternal. And in doing the terraforming, I totally forgot I put the tunnels under here. Yeah, I did that ages ago in a preemptive strike of planning some more shops up here, which I probably still will do, but I don't really need that section of the tunnel right there poking out and annoying people. Take away my scenery for a sec. Where did I put that tunnel? No, give me the... there we go, the underground. Okay. So that just comes straight out from there and then goes up that hill a little bit. All right, fine. It can stay there. We may still look at doing the whole shop thing, but for right now, I'd like to see if I can get another ride in here, because another ride would mean more people coming in the door and more paying customers, which is a good thing. So I want to take this path up here, and I know I can't afford it right now, but just for argument's sake, how big is top spin? Okay, kind of the standard size, kind of the standard 4x4 thing. All right, I want to see if I can get top spin up here and maybe some shops and connect all of that to the path, none of which I can do right now because I need 1,700 for top spin, but I think we need another thrill ride next. People are saying, my sort of broad opinion poll that I do here, people are saying that there's not enough thrilling rides here. So we'll see if we can spark it up a little around here, make people a little bit more excited about the rides. Well, the money is looking a little bit more positive, as is the number of guests coming in. We're over the halfway mark, which is good, and it's not terribly exciting. I know, it's not thrilling gameplay. Negative news, decrease the interest in theme parks. Well, that kind of blows. Yeah, not thrilling gameplay, but I'm going to pay back more of the loan. Yes, red hot repayment action coming in here. So let's pay off another 500 of that. Again, that's just more money in our pockets. That's going to keep that number green. And I took the path all the way up here, threw some benches and trash cans down for, well, why not? People seem to be awfully tired, and I'm not surprised. It's a very big park. Even in shutting down half of it, it's a pretty darn big park, and it's not laid out well. It's just not. This is the challenge in this challenge was dealing with what I was left to work with. I would rather they just sort of slapped down the roller coaster and called it a day, but I suppose that wouldn't be much of a challenge. Line for the roller coaster is still completely 100% out the door. Yeah, the people just won't leave, and justifiably so. This roller coaster is insane. I don't even understand it. It's some sort of, I don't know, MC Escher-esque nightmare of a roller coaster that I could never possibly design in my own time because I just don't have that kind of patience. Who are you? You're Nancy McKenzie. What's your deal? What are you thinking about things? You want hot dogs and the toilets are disgusting. Are they really? Is that because I made you pay 20 cents to use them? Because I think that's a fair price. Coffee from Hot Drinks is worth the money. You're into the roller coaster. Yeah, who isn't? All right, well, the toilets are disgusting. Well, talk to me about that. Last cleaned last year. Okay, they might be a little awful. All right, I feel you on that. That's pretty terrible. Although you're still 86% satisfied with them. Apparently they're not that disgusting. All right, do we need to hire another janitor? I'm seeing the toilet issue. I'm seeing some overflowing trash. Actually, what I'd love to do is throw up a trash chute around here somewhere. That's probably not a small part of the problem. Is that people just can't get to this area. Remind me one more time where I put those tunnels down. Sort of right below this. Huh. I wonder how fidgety it's going to be to get that tunnel where I want it to be for a trash chute. Those trash chutes are really pricey, though, aren't they? Like they're strangely stupid expensive. Yeah, give me park utilities. They're 500. Okay, it's not budget breaking. Well, it is for me budget breaking, but they're not inexpensive. Okay, how about, I would say if I hire another janitor, then that's just ongoing money I have to pay, as opposed to the one-time fee of the trash chute. And there's vomit down here. Yeah, I think we got to get another janitor on board here. There's trash there. Yeah, I don't want the hit on the wages, but we need people happy in this park. P.S. Everybody go buy umbrellas. That's one of the things I nudged the price up on. Apparently it rains here like every other month. Okay, alright, fair enough. Get me 2 janitors. How many do I have? I have 3. I should... Okay, what kind of zones do I have kicking around right now? Zone 1 and Zone 2. Fair enough. That's good. Not a lot going on in any other part of the park. Zone 1 and Zone 2 cover most of the park. Almost all of the park. So how about instead of hiring another janitor, how about we put you in Zone 1, and we put you in Zone 2, and janitor number 3, Mark Maya, you can just be free roaming. Oh, you were already in Zone number 2. Okay, you're free roaming. So 1 in Zone 1, 1 in Zone 2, 1 free roaming. Let's see if that makes a difference before I plunk down on a brand new janitor. Now, even with rezoning people, I'm still seeing a lot of janitorial issues around here. I think the smart move is just to hire another janitor. It's a hit. I don't want the wages, but why don't we hire you, and why don't I put you down right next to something you need to be doing, like that vomit there, and you can also be free roaming. So 1 each assigned to each zone, and then 2 kind of puttering around doing whatever it is they need to do. That should hopefully help matters a little bit. And then when I am a little more financially secure, then I'll build a trash chute up here, because if I'm going to do that, if I'm going to go to the effort of fidgeting with the tunnels, which is always just kind of a minor pain in my neck, then I'm going to do a row of shops, we'll do a depot up here. If I'm going to fidget with the tunnels, we're going all out on that. And now that I see we have, yeah, a little over $800 there, you know what it's time for. Oh yeah, some more red hot repayment action. Let's get that loan down a little bit more. Go ahead and pay that off. All right. What are we down to on that at this point? What are we? Total payback 6,000. What did I take out? It's probably 7,000. That's usually what I take for a loan. I don't immediately recall. This level is so long, I don't remember what I did when I started it. I remember I put the plane up there. That's about it. And P.S., while I just happened to be looking right at it, thanks to the comment section, I was having so much frustration over trying to build things in this area. Nothing wanted to live here, and the general consensus from the comments is it might actually be Wave Swinger that's the problem, because the animation for it goes way farther out than its actual footprint, and that's why possibly there were building issues around here, is that this sort of an invisible area was taken up by Wave Swinger's animation. That's likely the case. I don't know that for a fact, but that seems to make a great deal of sense. So thank you for the comment section of saying, hey, Wave Swinger, the hint was in the title. It swings out kind of in a wave. So maybe that's why you had problems building things over in that shop area. Hope that was the case. Anyway, whatever it is, the shops are there and they're settled and they're done. So hopefully I won't need to fidget with that again. Yeah, much as I didn't want the wage for the extra janitor, it's totally paying off up here. Trash cans are getting empty. I noticed somebody finally cleaned the bathroom. That has just been cleaned. So overall, if we can just keep the guests happy, that's kind of the point of all of this, because if they're happy, they'll come in and spend money, and maybe they'll tell their friends about this park where there's an elevator, and apparently that's a ride, but I need more people coming in the door. We're still just kind of hovering around that halfway point. I need to get more rides down. I need more attractions for people to come in and be wicked excited about and go out into the world and say, come to Adventure Island, but not with $500, I'm not. Not with, wow, the slide over here is doing pretty well. And that's one of the rides that I can't do anything to make it go faster, because it's literally one person at a time. There's nothing I can do with that thing. What did I set your maintenance on? Because this can't possibly need a lot of maintenance, right? It's literally a slide. Yeah, I took your maintenance budget down to 50%. Okay, well, keep it that way then. That's totally okay. Oh, it's raining. Go buy highly priced umbrellas. Go buy highly priced novelty umbrellas and maybe grab a balloon while you're in there. Nobody's going to ride on that because it's in the rain and there's no damn way I'm building a building around that. No, not going to happen. No, we won't be doing that. I would like to repay a little bit more of the loan if that would tick up over $500. I don't know why. I could pay back $400, but I just like doing it in $500 chunks. I like round numbers like that. Well, let a couple of months tick by here in Adventure Island just to generate some money. We were still working through that time where there was apparently a decrease in an interest in theme parks and money just wasn't coming in because the people weren't coming in. We seem to be past that now. What's the problem now? Someone mentioned Wave Swinger on the radio. Really? People still have radios? Okay, well, apparently Wave Swinger is going to get a lot of action. Well, good, because its animation is a bit fussy, so it may as well make some money for me. And with 667 some odd dollars, you know what that means. Time for some red-hot repayment action here. Yeah, pay back another $500, please, while I still have it. Remaining loan, $5,500. Oh, goodness, it's going to take a while. That is really going to take a while to pay back. Well, it's March. You haven't missed much. I paid back a little bit more of the loan. That's why we basically have no money at this point. I've just been throwing money at the loan and keeping that ticking down in the right direction. And what I'm going to do is, well, I'd like to say it's an experiment. It's not an experiment. It's really more a little bit of a behind the scenes, if you will, of what happens when I record Parkitect for the channel. Because as the challenges go on, as we've done quite a bit of Parkitect on this channel, a lot of Parkitect. We started out with challenge number 1, and we've been ticking along. Obviously, as their challenges, they're getting harder and harder, and really in Parkitect, that more means longer and longer. So the ratio of gameplay that I do versus actual footage that makes it onto the channel, that ratio is extending. So I'm playing a heck of a lot of Parkitect and not really getting, we'll end up with a 20-minute video, but I played Parkitect for 3 hours to get that. So this is a long-winded way of doing a little bit of an experiment, which is I'm going to leave. I just dropped a save before I started jabbering on at you about all of that. I dropped a save. I'm going to leave. I'm going to go run some errands in the real world. I mean, like real world Dave is going to go run some errands and drive around and do a couple of things. I think I need to get gas in the tank and probably run to the grocery store while I'm doing that. And I'm just going to leave it running. I'm just going to leave Parkitect running and see how self-sufficient we are here. Because we're broadly profitable. We are making money. But I realize now I could be doing other things while Parkitect is running. If it's broadly profitable, I don't know that there's any sort of catastrophe that's going to happen. So, long story short, you're going to see a jump cut, but I'm going to go, have real world things happen to me. And let's see what happens when I get back. This'll be fun. Well, it's about 45 real-world minutes later, and I thought I'd check in. Apparently, we've got $5,000 now. Now, what did I miss in the meantime? Shortage of candy. I'm okay with that. That's fine. We've got $5,000 now. I can pay off pretty much almost all of that loan, I think, at this point. So, yeah, pay off all of it. Pay off the whole darn thing. We've got the money. And that's just going to be more money later. So yes, all the money can go away now. Repay all of that. All right, we're down to $570. Group of vandals roaming the park. Okay, that's actually something I'd like to pay attention to. Now, that may have come up in the last 45 minutes. I don't know. But what else is going on? What have I missed here? Your owner-operator was on a brief vacation, so what's been going on, staff of Parkitect? What have you been up to recently? I am noticing some more full trash barrels and vomit and whatnot. And the group of vandals, how many security people do we have on deck right now? We have 1, 2, 3... All right, James Adkins, your buddy Vicky here is assigned to Zone 1. Why don't you be assigned to Zone 2? The third one can just be wandering around, and I'll hire a fourth one to also be wandering around. So that should hopefully deal with a lot of the vandalization issue, and now we just deal with, yeah, I think it's time for yet another janitor, and I want to readdress my idea of a trash chute over here, some shops over here, and another ride over here. Looks like the visitors in my vacation have been ticking up. So we're well over the halfway point to getting those 500 guests in the door. That's great. Money is ticking along nicely. Fine. Let's hire another janitor. We'll plunk you down right here. You can just kind of be free roaming. Bunch free roaming and one each assigned to each zone. That'll be good. And I think I'm going to go run some more errands. This is great. I wish I'd thought of this ages ago. The money is trickling in, and just walk away. The park will largely take care of itself while I'm gone. And then, when I am back, we'll actually have the money to build something. It'll be a little more interesting around here. Okay, back in a bit. Well, for you guys, it's been a short cut. For me, it's been about a couple hours or so of real-world time where I just kind of walked away from Parkitect and let the money tick in. I really wish I'd thought of doing this ages ago. We've got a good chunk of money again, even after paying off all of the loan. We're back in some reasonably positive territory in terms of, well, at least I can start to build some things now. Now, we're not making a ton of money every month, but at least I've accumulated enough where we can actually do something rather than just WASDing around the screen and watching $127 tick in every month, which I don't think is very fair to you guys. But boy, I got a ton of stuff done. It was great. I took a shower and read a couple of chapters in a book I've been meaning to get into. Mrs. Dave bought home donuts. That was really nice. Had a couple of donuts, and now we can get back into some Parkitect. The only thing you missed between this cut and the last cut that I did, I've been kind of like every 20 minutes or so I check back in, just make sure the park isn't on fire or something. But no, it just keeps ticking along. It's fine. It's broadly self-sufficient. I mean, there are no catastrophes in this game that I'm aware of. No meteor is going to strike it or something. There's nothing really that I have to react to in Parkitect. There's no part of Parkitect where I feel I have to have my eyes on the screen at all times waiting to react to something, which is not a complaint. It's just an aspect of the game. It is a game that you can just walk away from and accumulate money. But anyway, the only things that I did between then and now is I hired a couple more mechanics, because, you know, it's not going to hurt to have a couple more mechanics, and we can float those wages at this point. And I turned the research team back on. With the loan paid off, that freed up some money to turn the research team back on, and I put them onto thrill rides, and they have not been idle. They've gotten some thrill rides done here. So they have now researched the launched drop tower, the power surge, top spin, and skyfall. Okay, all of those are new unlocked, and I kind of had my eye on skyfall here as the start because its footprint is quite slim. So it's a smaller ride. It doesn't quite take up the same big footprint that some of the other ones do. So I thought that might be a good place to start. And looking at it, bring me back to Skyfall, yes. High excitement, high intensity, low nausea. A lot of the guests are saying there aren't enough high intensity things in the park, and frankly I'm inclined to agree. It is mostly calm rides around here. Now, if this is going to be high intensity, high excitement, it's probably going to have a good long queue. People are probably going to want to get in on this. So what if we popped this way down here? Okay, and then we took your queue from here, and your exit can be kind of actually right here, and then actually maybe right here, and then I'll just link right back up into the path. Yeah, we'll come back to that in a sec. Don't worry about that, game. Let's just link this back to this, and then give me a queue. What color is that? Kind of purpley? Okay, sure. Let's be purpley, and that can come right down to, let's just give it a little extension here and come right down into here. Okay, now, what are we charging for this? $4.50? Sure, we'll fidget with the prices later. That's fine. What can we do to you? We can take your maintenance budget down a little bit. Yeah, just to that, but let's have you maintained a little bit more often. Always wait till full. Yeah, put that way. No, not half full. Full. Thank you. That'll do just fine. And let's actually turn this on. Oh, adjust the height. Oh, it's one of these height things. Oh, okay. I did not realize that. All right. So fine. We can do that. We can totally do that. How about your 11 units high? We got a lot of these tower things in Adventure Island here. They seem to favor those. And then we got the dumb elevator. An elevator is not a ride. It's not a ride. It's a way of getting from one floor to another. It's not fun. In fact, it's known for being not fun. Like, elevators are specifically not fun. Unless I'm riding the wrong elevators. Apparently I am. Okay, now we should be able to turn you on. Okay, good, done. Alright, everybody get in line for the different elevator thing. The slightly different elevator thing from the other elevator thingies that we have kicking around here. Now, how much money do I have left? About $2,000. Okay, good. I have a plan for that too. I was going to say, put up ride number 2 over here. But I should, while I've got the money in my hands, I should put down a new depot over here. I know the tunnels are right under here. I planned for this to be a shopping area over here anyway. I should just get started with the depot and go from there. And then I can build on that. I won't have a whole lot of money to put a ton of stuff down immediately. I wouldn't mind getting a staff room over here too. Yeah, I can just barely get that depot in here. That is 2,000 right there. I'm going to have to go take another shower and eat some more donuts after this, but I think it's worth it. I think overall this is a smart idea, because then I could put the employee path down here, shops here, another ride over here. Yeah, I could really flesh this area out nicely. Now, I know you guys are gonna hate seeing that thingamajiggy there, the whoozy what's it, but just try and live with it if you can. Just, oh god, I'm gonna have to fidget with the tunnels, aren't I? I'm gonna totally have to fidget with these. Alright, well, let me figure out how the tunnel gets from A to B, and then I'll try and make that look a little bit prettier. Okay, little bit of fidgetiness later, and I finally got the tunnel to go where I need it to go there. I know you don't have an employee path yet. It's all going to be 100% fine eventually, except now, of course, we've only got $120. Well, I can use some of that to at least have this little icon stop blinking at me. I know you don't have any shops. Now there's a new little icon that's going to blink at me. But I can use some of this to at least start to make it look slightly more attractive. At the very minimum, so the guests aren't wigging out about it, which they have a propensity for doing. They really, really hate these things. For some unknown reason, it's where all the delicious snacks come from. You'd think they'd like that sort of thing, but no, they hate it. Alright, so that can live like that for right now. And then I'll figure out, well, something else to do with it, really. What kind of roof am I feeling in this? I got a pre-plan here, though, because this is not going to stay like this for very long at all. In fact, I'm planning a trash chute for this tile, shops along here. How much do you guys hate this right now? Like, are you really, really horrified by this? I mean, you don't like it, but you've been more horrified. You've had worse times in your life. Wow, they love it over here. They just love it over there. I know this isn't super decorative because we really haven't focused on this area of the park, but we'll try to do the best we can. You know what? Just stay like that then. That's fine. I kind of even regret putting those walls up now. I should have just left it as is, because all I'm going to do is tear those walls down. Gyro drop tower is broken already? Isn't that the one I just put up? No, that's the other one. Okay, fine. Well, we've got a bunch of mechanics. It's all going to be cool. Don't worry about it. And let's see if I can take advantage of the fact that there's going to be at least 2 high-intensity rides in this neighborhood. And I was told in the comments that people like to get a balloon after they come out of a high-intensity ride. So let's start at least to build our little shopping emporium here by putting a balloon store down. Yeah, just the regular path. I'm kind of doing all of this shopping area backwards. I'm just putting in what I can put in and afford to put in right now. And in doing that, I think it just became time for, honestly, a second hauler. We've had one hauler doing this entire park right now. I think it's time for number 2 because I do plan a good stretch of stores along here. And in fact, in saying that, I had seconds ago, wow, all right, good job, lady. Got that balloon store stocked up immediately. I had the money to put up another one, and now we have no money again. Might be time for some more donuts or something along those lines. But at least we got the balloon store up. So high intensity ride, which nobody is on because it's raining. You come out of that and blammo, balloons right in front of you. Can't miss. Except everybody wants to buy an umbrella right now because, it's pouring rain. All right, Team 1 on research just finished ice cream. That's good. I put them on shops after the thrill rides. I'm going to pause them again because we're kind of at a money point where that $100 a month could be being put to better use. But I will put some ice cream up because, ice cream and balloons, that just sells itself. I don't even need to market that. So that should be all set. Employee paths are still connected. Good. That's all fine. Eventually one of the haulers will get over here. But now I really got to see about prettying this up a little bit more. I really want to put a trash chute over here and hopefully an employee area, a little employee lounge or whatever it is. That would all... I'd love to just have a big old area up here and use this tunnel one time is really where I'm going. For the trash chute, for the hauler place, the depot here. The employees can hang out over here. Big long line of shops. That's my ideal goal. And then at least one, possibly if I can squeeze it in, 2 more rides over here. That's my goal. Gyro drop tower is broken again. What is your problem, Gyro drop tower? Did I lower your maintenance too much? Maintenance interval every 20 minutes. How about every 10 minutes? Apparently, gyro drop tower goes down like a sack of potatoes, so fine. People can be over there. We've got plenty of mechanics. I think 4 mechanics for a park this size, where some of them are zoned, some of them are free roaming, is more than enough. I think that is totally fine. Might be time for another entertainer. I think we've only got the 1 or 2 of those kicking around. And boy, that hauler's taken his or her sweet time to get over to ice cream. Ha ha, see what I did there. Do I have any money? Nope, not a dime. All right, fair enough. Now, just scrape together enough money to pretty up the small shopping emporium that we have here, but a shopping emporium nonetheless. And I'll just keep extending that out as we go along and eventually link it all back up to this path, in which case I can either get rid of or move this no entry sign a little bit further down as we continue to expand the park. Now, we're hemorrhaging money again, but it's because I built a ton of stuff. I think overall that will pick itself back up and we'll be back to where we were. But I think I need to do exactly what I just did, which is effectively walk away and let the game kind of tick along for a little bit. I'll make sure we're broadly profitable. And P.S., somebody want to get that garbage can down there? That'd be super if you did that. Got a bunch of janitors on duty here. Maybe a few of you could get to work. Appreciate that. But yeah, I think broadly what I have to do is kind of just walk away again. I think my basic plan right now is to wake up tomorrow morning, turn on Parkitect, and leave. And come back at some point, and there will be some money after I just sort of keep an eye on things and make sure we're broadly technically profitable. Then I can just walk away at that point. If you feel that that's somehow a little cheaty, do let me know in the comments. It's just a way of getting around what I feel is a lengthy challenge. Really, the challenge here is in the time that it takes to do all this. Not so much in the challenge itself, but because you're pulling in so little money, you just can't build things with any degree of speed. So this is just a sort of inflated challenge of time. This is just sort of holding on, build a tiny little bit, build a tiny little bit more, guests will keep ticking in, money will keep ticking in. So that's kind of my plan. I'll call the episode here. We'll pick it up again next time with Parkitect in Adventure Island, and I'll probably get up tomorrow morning, turn on Parkitect, and go about my business. And if you feel that's cheaty or is somehow, a workaround or not fair in some way, then do please let me know. I invite your comments. But this seems to be the easiest way to just deal with this challenge is leave it alone, come back, build some more, and then do it all over again. But we'll do it all over again in the next part of Parkitect. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button and see more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time.